Hey guys, we're at a National Guard checkpoint just north of the White House. I don't know how close we're going to be able to get, but we're going to try. We've got a Homeland Security helicopter. There he is. And he's hovering. He's been hovering for a while, actually. He's been bugging everybody in this neighborhood because you can hear him all over the city. Getting reports on the helicopter monitoring Twitter. Hey, how's it going? So we're going to go a little bit closer in, and I'm going to try to get to the Capitol. But the Capitol is about 14 blocks away. But, sorry about that. But with all the craziness, who knows how close we can actually get. We're not going to make this light. This is 15th and L. They have pushed, they've fortified, they've even got, like, the parking garages are blocked. Temperature is still cold, but it's not as windy as it was yesterday. Yesterday was awful. Oh, look at this car. It's a Mickey Mouse car. He's got some weird sensors in that thing. So there's 2 aircraft up there. I don't know what that is. Ceremony is tomorrow at noon or something. Biden is actually, I think Biden is airborne. He's coming into Andrews Air Force Base pretty soon. So he'll be arriving in the Washington. He's going to stay at Blair House. I can't get there. You need to be a journalist to get to where the flags are on the mall. I can probably cross the street here. We'll see. Taking pictures. I'm going to keep tweeting. I'll be doing it on Twitter, YouTube, HAPS, H-A-P-P-S, which is a new app that a lot of periscopers are moving to, Twitch. But you guys can find my videos on YouTube. Every night I've been uploading the higher quality videos up to YouTube. So if you go to my YouTube channel, Penguin 6, you can see that. In fact, today I don't know if Kamala was already here. I just uploaded a video of the Vice President's motorcade coming by my house. The Vice President went up to Walter Reed Medical Center, one last free checkup, I guess. I don't know how far I can go. I could go down K Street. So the other day we were able to go through here, but today I'm not so sure. That guy walked through. Those guys are going through. What the heck? I'm not so sure what can hit. That guy's jogging. If he's jogging through there, I'm going to walk through there. Wow, big trucks. Hey, how's it going? So, we're going into a green zone. Green zone is open. Red zone is the no-go zone. So green I can go through, I think. But red zone, I think you can't. Oh. I don't know what we can do. Guys are skateboarding. Helicopter is still following me. So we're making our way over to Black Lives Matter Plaza, which is just north of the White House, and I think that's like one of the free zones you can still actually get in, and that'll get us close to the White House. What's all over the ground? This is a road. It's just a poorly maintained road, but it's a road nonetheless. It's got a lot of utility scars and fractured paint. Now up there, that's a red zone. That's the White House ground. See, that guy's going to get stopped. Even if he's in a cop car, he gets checked. But we're going to BLM Plaza, which is 1 block over. This is odd. Hang on a second. What do you guys think? What do you think? Yeah, this is an air sampler. No, it's an air sampler. It's a sniffer, that's right. It's sniffing for probably sniffing for biological toxins and chemical weapon type stuff. This woman. Yeah, so about a month ago, the government's special radiation detection helicopter started doing surveys all over the city to check the basic level of it. Oh, damn it, they're playing music again. When they play music, I get YouTube copyright dings. So annoying. So I guess I'm gonna have to re-record everything here. Yeah, exactly. Stop playing that crappy music. We'll upload it and see if they take it down, but it's so freaking annoying. You just walk past music for 15 seconds, boom, you get a copyright hit. Actually, I think it's the cop car that's playing the music. La la la. So this is a cow cell service on wheels, cell tower on wheels. This is a mobile cell phone tower that Verizon brought in. A lot of media folks out here. Alright, we just got to keep talking over the music, and hopefully the music copyright fascists won't come after us. I don't know what he's playing. Yeah, so let's go up. Oh, we can't even go to the fence line. Arrest Trump. A bunch of wacky stuff. Sedition. So if we go over here, we can get a little bit closer. So this is as close as the White House as you can get before it goes all red zone. In the red zone, they do not like it. Let's see. There's the White House, guys. Behind fence after fence after fence. It is way the hell down there. And that's the St. John's Episcopal Church. That's where the photo op took place. I showed you that the other day. But now we're going to make our way back. We're going to go to the Capitol. So, a little go-go music. Actually the Washington Post had a story about the move today. No, the moving trucks don't arrive until after the president leaves. Now, normally the president would leave about 10:30 and go up to Capitol Hill with the president-elect, and that's when the movers start. And then there's a parade after, and the movers end. It takes about 6 hours. This time, because Trump is leaving a little earlier, they're getting an extra hour in the morning, but because there's no parade, they're not getting that extra hour in the afternoon. So they have 5 hours to move everything out and everything in. And believe it or not, this is a well-rehearsed, well-studied process. And they have been working on this for months. They have the procedure in place. It's going to cost about $500,000. They're at half staff for the police officer who was killed in the rioting on January 6th. So they're going to replace all the carpeting in the White House, and they'll have a staff of about 100 people that will handle the White House move. Now, normally the White House cooperates with the new White House, and they're able to pick out furniture and artwork that they want. But this is going to be a pretty cold one, so they're not sure what they're going to do. I think they're bringing in some of the Biden's personal furniture. I am inside what's called the green zone, but I cannot get inside the red zone. The green zone is sort of like no cars, but people okay. The red zone is full security. Now my goal is to get to the Capitol, and I think I can go. I think I can get down there, but I'm gonna have to take some dog legs every now and then to get around things. The vice president, no, it's not the vice president. The vice president's moving cost is separate, and actually, I bet it's a little trickier because the vice president's mansion is much bigger than the White House, I think. Because the White House is like basically the White House apartment is a 2 or 3 bedroom place, but the vice president's is like a 5 bedroom. Yeah, it's ringed with fences. That Homeland Security helicopter seems to have disappeared. Don't want to get stuck the wrong way. I'm not sure why. I guess I don't leave. I guess, well, the son was at school here, so I'm gathering he'll transfer pretty easily up to wherever they go next. Let's see. I think I'm going to exit this zone. Maybe I stay in the green zone. You know what? Let's stay in the green zone. Maybe if we stay in the green zone, we don't have to run the risk of going in or out of another one. So this is 15th Street, and this is about a block away. The Capitol's at 16th Street, so we're a block away. Now, we're coming up to a red zone sector, and it is heavily fortified. This is a military fort. This is all the troops up here, and Secret Service. You know, we were going to go back out to our beach house, and then we're just kind of like, I don't know, this sounds pathetic, but when you have like 2 houses, it's actually kind of hard to go between the 2. You're like, oh, do we have enough milk? Do we have enough laundry? Do we have this? Do we have that? It's just like a lot of effort. It's like you have to pack everything and go over there. So I said, screw it. We're going to stay here. Ask them what? Most of the troops down here are from the 28th Infantry Division. That's the Pennsylvania, Maryland Division. And then the 29th, which is the Virginia, Maryland, is up on the Capitol. So, dang. This is heavily fortified. So we are in like the reddest of the red zones, okay? The White House is right over there. So this place is locked down. This is actually... Oh, these guys are different. Different unit badges. I think... Honestly, those don't look like National Guard. Those look more like... those could be regular Army. I don't know. Well, there are a lot of troops on the ground. Oh shit, can I get out this way? There are a lot of troops here, but there are a lot of troops at other places, at the bases, like at the Andrews Air Force Base. Because if you follow the aircraft tracks, there have been just plane after plane after plane coming through Andrews. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to go out of the zone. Whoops. Cop is waving us off. I don't know, how do we get out of here? Oh. I think a dead end.
But I have to go around here. Can I go this way? I have to go back up that way? Okay.
That's it? Alright. Dead end. Yeah, I've talked, actually, you know, I'm sorry, I think it's the cops' instructions. We're not allowed to go through that gate. So we gotta go back around. I have talked to several of them. They're it's funny. You can tell they're. Wait, hang on a second. It's a dead end. They make us go back. He won't let us through. He wouldn't let us go through. Yeah, we have to go up another block. Yep. I don't know what their patch was. I'm going to look that up later. It had like a sword with 2 diamonds on top. No, 2 triangles with a sword. You guys might have saw the patch a little better. They've had missile batteries and F-16s on standby since 9/11. In fact, that red building right there, that's the president's new executive office building, and there is a missile battery on the roof of that. There's been a missile battery there since September, whatever. Out of the normal, no, just quantity, just so many airplanes. There's not, I don't know. As I said, since I got involved in politics, Republicans have won 5 times and Democrats have now won 5 times. So, life goes on. The only abnormal military aircraft traffic has been the TACAMOs, TACAMO, or TACMO, and those are called Take Charge and Move Out. The TACMO aircraft, they've been up in the air pretty regularly for a while. In fact, they went up in the air prior to the Capitol riot. And the reason, I think, is because of the Iranian threat that came out January 5th. January 5th, air traffic control in New York got some death threats against the U.S. Capitol, saying that they were going to fly a plane into the U.S. Capitol. And as a result of that, I think the TACMO planes started running like nonstop. And those are the planes that can fight World War III from the air. Those are like the command planes. This is a riot unit here. This is a bicycle-based riot squad. We saw one of these yesterday. I think I put it on my Instagram yesterday. I hope I can get out of here. I want to get back on to K Street. And we're going to keep going up to the Capitol. You guys give me a buck if I knock it. Those will be like dominoes. That would piss off. I used to work on Capitol Hill. I haven't been involved in politics in a long time. 20 or 30 years. How do I get out? There's a gap on the side. I wonder if I went through the gap, if they got mad at me. I think I've got to go back over there. I could sneak around that way. I think that's the gate that's open. So we're going to go over this way. The White House, as I mentioned, is down that street. This is actually where we started, you guys. So, silly story today. One of the guys that they arrested a guy today because he was a burglar. Yeah, he had done some burglary, and as part of his release, they said, "Well, we'll release you, but you got to wear a GPS ankle bracelet." He's like, "Okay." So, guess where they found the bracelet? In the Capitol. Oh. So they tracked the guy to inside the Capitol on the day of the riot. And it was kind of like, God, you're done. Okay, what's this? I'm parked my car on this street. Let's go down. There's a bunch of cops coming down that street. Oh, there's another riot squad coming in. So there's a riot squad going. Civil disobedience unit. Black truck. Oh, black truck. Ooh, you know what? I know what that could be. They could be going out to Andrews. So that was kind of a cage that way. We went in there, but I couldn't get out. So we're on K Street. K Street is a euphemism for lobbyist. You know, the K Street crowd is the professional lobbyist in law firms. Washington Post used to be around the corner here, but they moved out to the suburbs a while ago. Their printing press. But if you watch All the President's Men, you can see there's like scenes where they're driving on those streets. So we're gonna keep going. Wilmington is just a like short hop. I mean, it would be like a 20-minute flight. I expect I'll be coming in within the hour. Okay. I wonder how much they're paying per hour for these trucks. Yeah? These from Delaware? No, they're from Virginia. Temple Hills. Man, if I had a dump truck, I'd be renting it out to the government too. Need a truck to block something? Yeah, I got something for you. Okay, so we can go down here. This is the gate the cop wouldn't let us walk through. All right, he made me walk like down a block, up a block, and then back a block instead of going through his stupid gate. Security theater. You just smile and wave, smile and wave. Number of Suburbans in town right now is probably like insane. It's like everybody's got a Suburban. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see the Vice President's Suburbans. The Vice President doesn't actually drive in a limo. He drives in a Suburban. That cop just went the wrong way on a one-way street. Whew. There's too many cops at that intersection. I'm not going to go through that. I don't think I can get through that. I don't know. Maybe I can. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, that's just dickheaded. So that blinking red light, that's where the cop wouldn't let me go through, but I can go through this side. God, that was dickheaded. People are just walking through there. No, they're stopping some people. Yeah, they're doing a bag check. And so we're going to go over here, I think. We're going to go down a block and then over a block, because our goal was actually that direction. There's no subways right now. All the subways down here are stations are closed. The trains are running. I'm walking on a subway grade right now. I voted for myself. I didn't win. I'm a little depressed about that. DC has a very nice subway. The Washington Metropolitan, the Metro. It's a very nice subway. Actually, I do have a pepper spray in my pocket, which is just something I carry regularly. No, there's subways all over the country. LA now has a subway. Boston, Chicago. Well, Chicago's is elevated most of the way. LA has a subway. Not a very big one, but they have one now. They built it about 10 years ago. I'm not going to come down here tomorrow. It's just too tough. And the biggest worry they've said is like they're worried about IEDs, car bombs, and stuff like that. Here comes another police cruiser patrol convoy, Wolfpack. This looks like a... This is the one we saw. Seventh District. That's actually from like the poor neighborhoods of DC. So every there's 7 districts of police stations, and every district has its own riot team. So that's the riot unit over there. Who is in there? Riot Squad. Civil Disobedience Unit, 7th District. In fact, some of the districts have like 2 or 3 riot squads. So there are riot squads everywhere. And then the Capitol Police have a riot squad, the Park Police have a riot squad, the Secret Service has a riot squad. They're just all sorts of things. Then Virginia and Maryland have riot control units that they dispatch here too. So whatever is needed. It's a fire truck. EMS supervisor, ambulance truck. Actually it's a work day, but most people are working from home. DC's downtown population has been drastically reduced by COVID. So now there's only about 95% of the people have been working at home for the last year almost. So it's been like, you know, it's cool. It's like 40 degrees. It's not as cold. Yesterday we had this wicked wind that made it just awful. Just awful. Today we don't have that wind. It's not that bad. So yeah, I mean, most of the people have taken the day off. A lot of the little mom and pop restaurants and stuff have gone out of business because of COVID. More snowplows. Now if we keep going, we're gonna end up walking through. We're gonna go through Chinatown, and then I think I can get up towards the U.S. Capitol building. And then I was gonna take you around the Capitol, but it's a dead end. There's like no way out. Shit, I don't know how. I'd have to get like a scooter. And as we found out the other night, you can't scooter in here because it's all shut down. It's like geo-fenced. This guy's leaking something. Oh, it's cold. Oh, there's that wind. That sucks. We're gonna go down there. There's Chinatown's down there. I know Chinatown's open. We'll go down a block or two this way and see what we can do. Hi. I know we're gonna get kicked back up again towards Chinatown, I think, because I think the red zone, the FBI field office is down here, and I know that's a red zone. They got like razor wire on some of the fences down here. Yeah. Well, the first day that the guard deployed, man, they were staring at me. Because I'm kind of dressed like an old geezer, yeah? I'm wearing an old army jacket and a baseball hat that's like 10 times faded. I look old. I got a 5 o'clock shadow perpetual, though I do have a mask on now. So, I mean, they were like, who's that guy? I was like, that guy's sketch. cut through here. So we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down. We're in like an open zone right now. There's like a 6 or 7 block area that's open. That's where I am right now. The White House is to our right. The Capitol's to our left. We're at 12th and G. There's a zone. So I need to get back to like 0 Street to get more fences. We're gonna go. I think we can go through here. Maybe we can go down to Pennsylvania Avenue and see what's up. Homeless guy's not boss. So that's the subway station there, but that's closed right now. Most of the subways are closed. There's a diplomat up here. What do we got? YK. I don't know. Oh, there's a whole bunch of troops getting in a bus. Oh, they're staying at this hotel. Is this the Harrington Hotel? Is this the like hotel where the Trumpies all stayed? Dang, they pulled that bus out of a swamp or something. They're like, it'll run. Let's get our charter contract. So guys, this hotel up here is the one that closed to all the right-wingers, and now it's holding National Guard troops. Oh, a lot of the buildings have plywooded up. Take a picture. They're actually coming out of this hotel. That is classic. The Hotel Harrington is the hotel that closed because it was a Proud Boys hangout. Yeah, they said we don't want the Proud Boys to stay here, so they shut for the rally. And then all the troops are now staying there. That's wild. I don't think there's another hotel here. It's a military hangout now. Yeah, that's the hotel right there. Once they found out that the Proud Boys had named that like their base, they said, screw that, we're closing. So they shut. Thanks, Tracy. So, actually, speaking, where else they could be staying is the Trump Hotel, because the Trump Hotel is right there. That white flag is the Trump Hotel. I don't think they're staying there. That was funny. So I guess they were staying at that hotel. That's the Trump Hotel there, that tower up there. That big tower, that's the Trump Hotel. And the old post office. I hit another freaking roadblock. Oh man. We got another convoy of troops coming up. Another patrol. They're not actually, they've got the Russacks. They look like new recruits, fresh arrivals maybe. That's Ford's Theater. So that's where Abraham Lincoln was shot. And then Lincoln died in the house across the street, but that's Ford's Theater where he was shot. And then he died in the house, the red house across the street. So. Yep. think we can keep going. This is FBI Hopper headquarters. This is FBI Federal National Headquarters, but there's also the FBI Field Office for Washington headquarters, which is down the street here. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I've been to 2 or 3 inaugurals in my time working in politics. I remember we were at inaugural. I was at the inaugural and I ran into Henry Winkler, you know, the Fonz. And like, I couldn't figure out where to go. We're just like, just step on this fence. And we stepped on a snow fence just to make our way through. It was funny. Kid you not, Henry Winkler and John F. Kennedy Jr. and Daryl Hannah was with JFK Jr. at the time. I think I actually have a picture of him. I had better seats than he did. I've been around too long. So this is FBI police, which is their security force. 9th Street, 9 more blocks to the Capitol. Hey, how's it going? It's like 9 blocks as the crow flies down Pennsylvania Avenue, but I'm not going to get to go that way. I got to like go left, right, and we'll try to get close to the boat. It's a bit nuts. Another checkpoint. So the National Guard has the far checkpoints, and then the police have the inner checkpoints. Hey, is this street open? Damn. So that's the archives down there. That's where the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence are stored, in that building down there. I really feel dumb walking down this way because I just know I'm going to have to walk back the other direction because I'm going to get stuck. Hey, Florida. So this is actually one of the designated free speech zones. This plaza is where they're going to protest tomorrow. But I think they're limiting it to 100 people. Hey, Norway, how's it going? Some days when we walk, we go past the Norwegian embassy, but right now it's pretty much empty because they're totally renovating the Norwegian embassy right now. Safety? I'm not really worried. Honestly, it's so quiet. There are so many troops, so many cops. I mean, I'm not really worried, to be honest. I'm a little worried about taking a wrong turn and running into a cop and having him like give me the 9th degree, like, hey, what are you doing here? What are you doing? I'd be like, I'm just going to Chinatown to get some food. Fargo. Security guard state. In a police state, they just randomly arrest you. In a security guard state, they just say, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. Oh, shoot. Is this a dead end? See if the bikes can go through. I think we had a dead end. Another dead end. I don't know. Well, there's a bike coming through there. If there's a bike coming through, why can't I go through? No, he moves out tomorrow morning. Well, he leaves tomorrow morning, and then movers move him out. It's another National Guard unit. I don't know if we can go up here. I guess I can go up here. I told you I was going to have to go back up this street.
I got used to the burning sensation.
You know, they had a couple rallies before January 6th, and the turnout was really, really quite weak. They projected like 20, 30, 40,000, and they had like 5. So I think when they were talking about January 6th, everybody was just like, well, the last 2 or 3 rallies they had, the turnout was a fraction of what they expected. But then when it came on January 6th, it was an order of magnitude higher than what they expected. It was chaos. And they were just overwhelmed. They're just swamped. It actually ticks off a lot of people in DC because we've put up with all sorts of restrictions since September 11th. Roads closed, barriers, all sorts of crap. And then in like 30 minutes, it all gets shown to be totally worthless. It's like, what? They swamped the Capitol in 30 minutes after 20 years of us living with all sorts of massive restrictions in the name of security. It's just like, you guys are doing it wrong. You know, one of the things is like, so the Capitol Hill Police Force, when I worked on Capitol Hill 20 years ago, I kid you not, they had 7 police cars. Yeah? 7 police cars and several hundred cops. The cops were, of course, police officers, but they were also kind of like tour guides. Their job was to make sure everybody was safe and secure and enjoying their visit to the Capitol. It wasn't like knocking down people and stuff like that. And after 9/11, that changed. And then, like, they went from 7 police cars to like 200. And they tripled in size. But there's still sort of this mentality. It's like our service is to those who are visiting, not, you know, cracking skulls and taking names or anything like that. So, a lot of you guys worry about me because I always sound winded. It's not that I'm winded, it's that I'm wearing a mask. And breathing in the mask just makes, especially with the microphone so close, it just sounds worse than it really is. I'm actually fine. And another dead end. I had to walk. I was pushing my scooter through here the other night because I got stuck in the no scooter zone. So down there is the National Gallery of Art, that building with the big dome. Why do I wear a mask outside? Because it's the law. DC law requires you to wear a mask at all times unless you're strenuously exercising. So this guy running at me, he won't have a mask. But this next group of dudes walking, they will. DC's done pretty well. I mean, the virus has picked up recently, but we're behind where a lot of the rest of the country is as far as infections. I actually registered for the vaccine this morning. There's another one of those cows, cell tower on wheels. Actually, that one looks like radio. Oh, you know where we guys are? Oh, jeez, I didn't know we get this close. We're near FBI field headquarters. Oh, wait a second. Wait a tick. Let's go look at these cars. There are some very interesting antennas on these vehicles down here. You got an appointment, that's cool. My niece is a doctor, she's got her second shot. And then my other niece's boyfriend's a doctor, he got his second shot, but he actually, he said it was actually kind of painful, his second shot. I've heard that the second shot's slightly more painful than the first. So this is PG County. Oh, okay, so this is the Prince George's County Emergency Communications Network. So that's the suburban county nearby us. Now this is the truck I'm interested in, this blue one. What the heck is this guy? He's got all sorts of cool stuff. Trip and fall hazard. What is this truck? That's a nice antenna. I don't know what these trucks are. I don't know what kind of guys are driving these trucks. Air Force guys. Huh. Interesting. Interesting trucks. Now, I don't think I can go down. See that building down there on the other side? So this is the old pension building for the Civil War. Now it's the Building Museum. But behind it, that building there is FBI Field Headquarters, Washington. I don't think... You know what? I can go down here. Screw it. Let's just do it. This is a COVID testing facility, too. Oh, there are snipers. You don't have to look that hard. You see them all over the place. And the missile batteries, too. The missile batteries you can actually see sometimes, if you know where to look. I think I'm in a dead end. Hey, maybe I should get a COVID test while I'm here. So this is the Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. Hey, you're a fat squirrel. So this is the names of all the police officers who've died in the line of duty. That's the National Building Museum now. That's the old pension building. It's a really beautiful building. I don't think I can get by here. Shoot. How am I going to get out of here? Let's just go by. Ah, crap. Fence. I don't know if I can go by that way. I just want to keep going that way. Maybe we'll go down this block. I went down this block the other night. You know, I was on my scooter the other night down here. So, oh, you want to see the memorial? Okay. So these are all the police officers' names who died in the line of duty. It's a lot. And they have a big ceremony every year where they add more names.
Two of my close.
Yeah, they come. This is all nationwide. All the police officers who've died in the line of duty, and they have a big memorial service every year where cops come from all over the country and they scratch in the new names of those policemen who've died that year.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, isn't this Sanchez guy? Isn't this Pete?
And there's like a name down here. You can like look up people. Let's like look up someone. I'll show you the book. So like, oh, let's just pick out a name. Oh, here. Give me a state, guys. I wonder if there's anything from my dad's hometown. I don't think so. Illinois State Police. Man, there's a lot. Michigan. Okay. Let me just check my dad's hometown. I don't think there's anybody who's died in the line of duty. My dad's hometown. God, these are all Chicago. Jesus. Chicago is insane. He pulls a knife. You pull a gun. He puts one of yours in the hospital, you put one of his in the morgue. And there's a guy from Charleston, my dad's hometown. Huh, interesting. Someone said Michigan. Do we have a city in Michigan? This is Michigan. Ann Arbor, Battle Creek, Detroit, Port Huron. That's on the Grand Rapids, Port Huron. Okay, let's try that. Here's a bunch from Grand Rapids. This is Grand Rapids. These are all the officers from Grand Rapids. And then you said Huron. H. There's one Huron County, Michigan. Nelson Cook, Monroe, and Port Huron. Let's see what else we got here. Michigan State Police. Here's Monroe County. There's quite a few from Monroe County. Royal Oak, Port Huron, Michigan. Detective Sergeant Ray Chambleau. Pittsburgh. Okay, we'll do one more and then I'm going to head off, okay? We'll do Pittsburgh for you. But I bet it's about like $1 trillion for Pittsburgh, yeah? And I'm on OP. Pennsylvania. John, there's Pennsylvania Game Commission. Man, you guys don't like your hunters in Pennsylvania, do you? Pittsburgh. There's all the Pittsburgh names. Philadelphia, too. Though I know saying Philadelphia and Pittsburgh in the same sentence is like, a crime. Here's all the Pittsburgh. Sorry. It's a lot of people. Pittsburgh. Shit. Oh, sorry. I think I hit another. Oh, drug traffickers? That would explain. I didn't think you guys hated hunting control that much. Though I know, I think deer hunting, opening day deer hunting is like a school holiday in some parts of Pennsylvania. It's like, so one time I was in Ely, Scotland. Ely is in Fife. Fife is just north of Edinburgh, between Edinburgh and St. Andrews, all right? So we were going to my friend's house in Ely, and we accidentally set off the alarm. And within like a minute, in this tiny little town of like 100 people, a couple hundred people, these armed police show up with like machine guns, submachine guns on their like strapping. And they're like, I'm sorry, we just forgot the number, chatting. It was all quite polite. So then I was talking to my friend whose house it was, and I was like, what was that all about? And I'm asking, they're like, well, why do you guys have machine guns? And they're like, oh, we got a lot of smugglers come out here. And he says, well, no, that's not actually the case. He said, the case is my cousin's son, or my mom's cousin's son, is roommates with Prince William. And sometimes Prince William will come over to stay at the house from St. Andrews. So the police have been told to extra watch this house if there's any emergencies. I was like, oh, that's pretty random. So I think that's why we got armed response within 60 seconds. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I imagine you would be. Because, that's the one thing about Inauguration Day. It's almost always cold. Sometimes it's biting cold, and sometimes it's just regular cold. So, that's a huge homeless shelter. The swearing-in stage is right over on the other side of that building. That's the court. And we'll see the Capitol shortly. It's going to take days to clear this up. The Supreme Court is behind the U.S. Capitol. It's a bit farther. That's That's the DC District Court. That's DC Police Headquarters over there too. All those buildings you see behind me are courts, but they're all like U.S. Administrative Law Court, U.S. Tax Court, U.S. Court of Military Appeals, U.S. Commercial Commerce Court. I mean, all these random ass courts you didn't even know existed. This road was not. There's like a dead end down there. The freeway underneath me is the only road that's open right now. So we're going to go back. That's Mass Avenue. We'll go back that way because that's where all the National Guard is. But we'll see. We're really close to the Capitol, guys. This is, so we're 1 block away from the Capitol this direction and about 4 or 5 blocks that direction. So this is a homeless shelter. I am in the lockdown right now. I'm in a secure zone. No. So this is a homeless shelter. This is a big debate here because the land that homeless shelter is on is worth like, I don't know, $200 million US. So if they built a new property there, it'd be like $200 million they could get. So they cut the city into green and red zones. The green zone is you can walk around, but you can't drive. The red zone is you have to have a pass to get into it. Now the red zone is the mall, the Capitol, and the White House. We were by the red zone earlier when we were at the White House. We just stepped out of the green zone, so now we're on a city street. This is actually open to the public, but I'm going to step back into the green zone around this corner and take you closer to the Capitol. And then I'll take you as far as we can, but then we'll hit a red zone, and then we have to stop. Yeah, so there's an entrance down there to the red zone down there. So we're going to go, for those of you following along, I'm on New Jersey and E Northwest. New Jersey and E Street Northwest, just north of the Capitol, just a few blocks. So E is what, the 5th letter? So 5 blocks north of the Capitol. And that was 1st Street, so 1 block west of the Capitol. Whoa, we're coming to the Capitol now. The White House is deep inside the red zone, even like a double red zone. So there's the Capitol, guys. And we've got National Guard presence here. No yellow zone. I'll be streaming on YouTube, HAPS, H-A-P-P-S, which is where a lot of the periscopers are moving. You guys should all download HAPS. And Twitch and Twitter. I'll still be using Twitter Live. HAPPS, HAPS. There is real military here. There's not Patriots. They have a more advanced missile system that's permanent in the DC area. Oh God, they got music playing. Once again, HAPS is in the App Store. Once again, I'm gonna get another YouTube strike. I do some YouTube Live, but I haven't found a good app that can do everything at the same time. Is all the international media. Italian, French, Spanish. Protester. Now I'm gonna get another copyright strike. So annoying. Big dog. Army National Guard. So there's some protester. Oh yeah, some guy's playing music. So now I'm gonna get a copyright strike. So freaking annoying. Well, I'm gonna have to cut out the audio for this because some guy decided to play his boombox. There must be like one Trumpy there. There's like 100 media guys. Oh, there's the barbed wire. You can see the razor wire. There's the razor wire on top of those. He actually has a sign that says "Stop hating each other." What the hell? Omaha Police K9 unit from Atlanta Police. That song's old. So this area right here is actually like police command headquarters. So it's under like chain link fence and heavy police presence. Follow me on apps, thanks. Oh, my hand is tired. Actually, I don't even need a glove. So, this is where the cannons are usually placed. I don't know where they are. They usually put the cannons up here for the 21 gun salute. So there's all the barbed wire. There are no protesters anywhere. Hey, so you can see razor wire on top. That's what they're already speculating. Some of this lockdown crap is going to be with us forever, which will suck. Just suck. My son is being annoying. He used up his Xbox time, but he wanted more. That's why he called and he all got disconnected. Sorry about that. I actually told him not to call me, but when it comes to Xbox time, U.S. Customs and Border. Oh. More guard troops. Big bus.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently.
Hello, Kelly. Welcome back. Sorry about getting disconnected there. So they're inspecting. These buses probably are bringing in new troops. But I don't practice law anymore. I just do geeky stuff. This is Massachusetts Avenue. Pennsylvania Avenue is in the red zone. Hello, Ireland. How are you doing? My sister got married in Ireland 20 years ago. I was just looking at her pictures on Facebook the other day. Oh, I write apps every now and then, and I do technical projects for different organizations in Washington. And geeky stuff. County Clare, that's where my family is from a couple hundred years ago. Near Liscannor, the Cliffs of Moher, near Ennis. But I think the actual ceremony was in Doolin, which is a small city in County Clare. Because they had the best restaurant. We're back. That was a Georgetown University Police Department, because that actually is Georgetown University Law School. It's better than yesterday. It's like 40 something, but there's no wind. Yesterday there was just god-awful wind. Another customs to police. So these are I talked to these guard troops the other day. They're like 20. They're from Pennsylvania. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. So one of the rioters at the U.S. Capitol was arrested yesterday because he was a burglar, and he was currently on parole. But as part of his parole, he had to wear a GPS ankle bracelet. So guess what they found out? Well, the GPS said you were inside the Capitol. So he's gone back to jail. That's just like, this little thing tells everybody my location. Duh. I mean, duh. Seriously. Duh. You know, my kids go to the Nats games a lot because their friend's dad has like a private box. But I don't really go to that. I've been to like maybe 1 or 2 Nats games. 28th Infantry Division. These are the Pennsylvania guys. Yeah, it's just kind of like, wait a minute. Even cops gotta wait in line. So the National Guard guys do have weapons, but they're unloaded. My friend, so a lot of people have been trying to help feed the National Guard guys. Say, like, you know, military rations suck, so they've been buying them pizzas and steak and other stuff like that. Like, there's one pizza place made like 100 pizzas the first day. It's like every other car just hits a button and like red and blue lights blink on. Well, the first night they deployed was a miserable night. It was cold and it was sleeting rain. And these poor kids were all standing out on a post, you know, not knowing what to expect. Maybe had an MRE and a bottle of water for breakfast or something. So people went out and started bringing them food. You know, the kids came to us and they said, "Dad, we want to go to Mod Pizza." Mod Pizza is one of those places where you go. It's kind of like the Chipotle of pizza, where you make your pizza like right there. And so they like Mod Pizza. So they said, "Let's go to a Mod Pizza tonight." I do miss the fact. In fact, I was actually looking at a chippy here. I was like, I could use fish and chips, and then I read the reviews. I was like, it's not going to be as good as Hooked in Hong Kong. I guess that's what I'm hearing. When I left the house, only 2 had been pulled out, but maybe now it's a dozen. So, you want to see something that really pisses off developers? That little tiny house. That little tiny house refused to sell his property when they decided to renovate that street and that street. And he's just like, no, I want my house here. So, there's one tiny little house who told them, stick it to the man. Yeah, there's a lot of those create your own pieces now. Pyology, Mod Pizza. We have one called Amp Pizza in DC, but it kind of sucks. Yeah, like the movie Up. They have a name for that. It's like a Keystone House or I think it's called the Keystone House. I'm not sure. It's like the one property that won't sell to a developer. Pizza Studio. I wanted to open like a Pyology because my kids really liked it, but they were like, well, we need a minimum of $1 million in working capital. I'm like, to open a pizza restaurant, you want me to have $1 million in working capital? I was like, what? Stuffed pizza? So I'm just next to Chinatown, which is kind of the edge of the green zone. Woo, it's cold. Okay. Gloves are coming back out. I don't know, man. They must offer that guy a ton of money, but he's probably just some stubborn old guy. He's like, nope, I'm not selling. Good? All right, thank you. Canines, I've seen a lot of canines. But, so this outer perimeter is National Guard. And it's just sort of a cursory check. But the inner perimeter is where I've seen dogs and like the bag searches and the ID scans and everything like that. They have a lot of tech here. So like they arrested one of the rioters the other day, and it was just like it was pointed out that automatic license plate readers in the city tagged his vehicle. So they have these cameras that read all the license plates. And when they saw his vehicle was in town, they tracked him down and arrested him. I'm just like, that's some serious tech. Name of the park? Right now I'm at 6th and Massachusetts Avenue right now. This is in Chinatown, which means every restaurant has to have their name in Chinese. It was kind of big though. It was a neat trick. Nice truck. Big truck. So there's a dining bubble if you want to eat outside. They have a lot of threats and chatter. But they said, in comparison to January 6th, they're not seeing the kind of organized operations that they saw before January 6th, and they didn't pick up on them. So they're not anticipating a major street fight. But what they are very worried about is a lone wolf. Some guy with a gun just shooting people, or IEDs blowing up. Capital One Arena is literally just down to my left, about 3 blocks. In fact, at this next intersection, we should see it. This is the Apple Store. It's the old Carnegie Library that was turned into a museum, and then Apple bought it, sort of. And Apple took the first 2 floors as an Apple Store, and then the other floors are the museum now. Apple paid for the renovation. That's the convention center on the right. And we got another checkpoint. I think I'm going to go into this checkpoint. I think it's the Museum of the District of Columbia. Yeah? So it's like a museum of the city's history. There is a spy museum, but they moved. They have a brand new building. It's beautiful. It's down on the other side of the mall, though. I can't get to it. I literally cannot get to it. They have a great bookstore. A lot of good stuff. Yeah, that's the museum there. They can't they? They haven't, So the Cap One Arena is down there on the left. What a customs guys. This like whole sector here is Customs and Border Patrol. We're going to keep going down this road. Inauguration is tomorrow. Unfortunately, I think these fences are going to be here for a long time after that. They used to sell these t-shirts that I saw the tape. That bitch set them up or something. I was like, I want to get that t-shirt. The Marion Bay Area. Marion Barry was the mayor of D.C. who was arrested by the FBI smoking crack. Then was reelected. That is not the Supreme Court. That's just a museum. That's an Apple Store. I kid you not. That's actually the Apple Store. It's the old Carnegie Library, but now it's an Apple Store. Down there is the National Gallery of Portrait Art. Rumblers. They've got those rumble sirens, those deep, low frequency, those like scare the hell out of you. But you can feel them. I mean, it's not like you hear them, you feel them. I don't know where Marion Barry is. Yeah, it's important. Not the Supreme Court, it's the Apple Store. So, yeah, guys, those guys did not. Their weapons were unloaded, but I could see magazines stuffed in their vest. Should we stay on Mass Avenue? I think so. Let's stay on the outer perimeter, yeah? more National Guard to see and stuff like that. He did. These are National Guard troops. These are mostly what I've seen here is the 28th Infantry Division, which is a Maryland and Pennsylvania National Guard units. But up in the Capitol, I see all the 29th Infantry, which is Maryland, Virginia, and South Carolina. And I've also seen Florida National Guard, New Jersey, and others. We've been tracking military aircraft in and out of the city for the last week. Just constant, non-stop transport planes coming in. God, these guys got a ton of food. What is this, 28th ID and more? Just trying to get through. Cut across? Yeah. So even if you got blinky lights on your car, they want to see your ID. That was 9th and Massachusetts Avenue. The riots in '68 were up that way. They actually just did a retrospective in the Post. They were showing like before and after pictures, what that buildings look like now and what they look like then. More cops coming. That is that's a traffic police. But that's odd. That's like the police that inspect like trucks. Like, you know, do you have your brakes and do you have insurance and stuff like that? They drive those big trucks. So, we're at 9th. I parked my car at 15th. So I got about 5 more blocks to go before we call it for the day. This will get uploaded to my YouTube channel, Penguin6. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Penguin6. You can see more stuff there. On the new app, HAPS, H-A-P-P-S, which you should download because that's where most of the periscopers are moving to. It's HAPS. It's a free app. And occasionally on Twitch. I'm known as the Penguin6 because you can't get my name. No, skateboard is legal except on some of the monuments it's not. Tourist.
Probably could go down and ask them. Yeah.
HAPS, H-A-P-P-S. It's the new app that everyone's using instead of Periscope. HAPS, H-A-P-P-S. Hey, see you later. Have a good meal. Where are we at? 11th Street. 4 more blocks, guys. I'm going to cut down this street, I think. To be honest, I actually got to kind of figure a way to get out of this area. So this is a presidential escort motorcycle. Those are the kind of motorcycles that escort Biden and the president. Usually they travel in a pack, though. I'm not sure if Biden's already arrived. He might have. So I got a scooter the other day, but then I realized that the whole downtown is geo-fenced. You just landed? Can you put HAPS on the TV? I don't know if they're TV ready yet. You can of course plug your phone into the TV if you get like an HDMI attachment doohickey thingy. They're different companies, yeah, but it's the same concept. You know, sharing live video in a more cool, more pleasant environment than say Twitter, which, you know, can be toxic on a good day. I don't know what they're going to say. Amtrak Joe, maybe? That was his nickname as a senator. Senator Amtrak. Because he used to take the Amtrak. He used to commute from Delaware. More cops. Go to the App Store. You can download apps on the App Store. Well, that's the new motorcycles. Those guys are like... Those are like their new Hondas or something. He's taxiing in right now. Okay, so to be honest, I definitely want to get to my car and get out of here because a presidential motorcade, they close the entire road. No cars allowed, and you're stuck for like 15 to 20 minutes because it's the president. The vice president's motorcade, they just sort of go with the traffic. But a presidential motorcade is called a road runner. And when there's a road runner, it sucks. I don't know if Trump would let him use the helicopter. It would make sense to take the helicopter, but I don't think Trump will let him yet. They have something going on over there. So many cops going that way. I know there's a water main break. How's it going? Strong John Thompson School. I remember Strong John Thompson. Idaho National Guard. No, I haven't seen Idaho, but they all kind of blend in. The area that I can only walk in a certain section from the White House to Capitol because I can't get down to like the southern perimeter unless I had a boat. So there may be different units. This area here is mostly Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia Guard troops. A lot of the guards are actually in support roles, like at Andrews Air Force Base or at the barracks and stuff like that. I don't know if they formed... Oh, so that fire station, that's the president's fire station. So those guys are first due at the White House. Engine Company 16. That's the first due fire station to the White House, which is only a couple blocks away. So their fire truck actually has a presidential seal on the back of their fire truck. First due at the White House. And they have a very elaborate plan whenever there's a fire at the White House. I should have the 10,000 steps. Yeah, so Engine Company 16, first due at the White House. I hope I got my step count in. More than that, I hope I remember where I parked. I didn't pay the meter. I'm a criminal. Because, you know, all the meter guys are taking on COVID. I guess all the parking meter guys are work from home. I don't really know how that works. But, like, nobody's paying their parking meters right now. Who knows? Maybe I got a ticket. Hopefully the map happened, yeah. I just shouldn't. I parked on a street that was okay for traffic. See, normally I just walk down here, but I just was like, all right, I'm going to walk a lot today. Do I want to walk all the way down here, do the Periscope, then walk all the way home, which is uphill, or do I just drive down here and do it before it gets dark? The federal government's all work from home, basically. Pretty much everything's boarded up down here. Oh. Hello. Welcome to Washington, D.C. We're at 14th Street, just up from the White House. We've got about 2 or 3 more blocks to go. There are a lot of police and National Guard troops up here. It's in the mid-40s today, which is like, what, 10 Celsius? No, a little less than that, 9 Celsius maybe. But yesterday we had this really cold wind. Today, not so much. Today it's not bad.
Someone said you're out here. I guess you're out here using the bathroom?
Cop harassing a homeless person. Oh, this is a congressman, US 1. Visiting the troops. Stormy. We had snow the other day. If you guys go to my YouTube channel, Penguin 6, you can see my scooter video. And at the end of the scooter video, just when I got to the vice president's house, I got clobbered with a bunch of snow. I was like, what the hell? It was like this ice storm. What's that, a dog? The guardsman's playing with a guard. Hey, I love it also. This doggy is playing with the National Guard. That's one weird dog. Yeah, it was sort of localized snow. I mean, it snowed on me, but it didn't snow on like my kid's house. See, people are dropping off food to these guys. So they got all these bags of nice food that folks are dropping off as gifts.
I think we're in GMA. I got it.
So this is the Post Pub, which used to be the pub hangout for the Washington Post crowd, which used to be around the corner, but then the Post moved. But the bar remains. So we're just up from the White House a couple blocks, but we can't get much closer. I think I parked up here on the right. No? Maybe I did. I did park here on the street. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to sign off here. I'll leave you with this image. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm going to sign off. This will be on my YouTube channel, Penguin 6, in a few hours. Appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See y'all soon. I'll be on HAPS, H-A-P-P-S, HAPS.